Welcome to a dark chapter of history, a time when the iron fist of Joseph Stalin ruled the Soviet Union with ruthless precision.
И эти люди, лишенные совести и чести, имеют наглость призывать к уничтожению великой русской нации.
In the 1930s and the 40s, millions of citizens were swept away in a brutal purge. Intellectuals, political opponents, and countless innocents were branded as enemies of the state and sent to the infamous Gulag system. These remote labor camps, hidden in the frozen wastelands of Siberia, were designed to break the human spirit. The very phrase, "work is freedom," was a cruel irony carved into the barracks of despair. Inside these camps, prisoners faced relentless forced labor, starvation, and the bone-chilling cold that claimed lives day after day. The brutality was not just physical. The psychological torment of isolation and despair haunted every soul within those walls. But even in the midst of such relentless oppression, sparks of defiance ignited. A small group of prisoners dared to dream of escape. In hushed whispers beneath the dim light of flickering candles, they devised a plan, a risky, painstaking route to freedom. They gathered what little they could steal: a sharpened knife, a length of rope, scraps of food, and even a crude map etched onto a torn piece of cloth. Each stolen moment was a gamble, every hushed conversation a prayer for deliverance. For them, the only certainty was that remaining meant certain death. Under a stormy, starless night, with the wind howling like a chorus of the damned, the prisoners put their plan into action. With hearts pounding and breaths visible in the icy air, they slipped from the confines of the camp. Each step was fraught with peril, a stolen moment of distraction, a near miss with a guard's watchful eyes, and the constant threat of discovery. As one prisoner used his knife to slice through a weak section of the fence, the sound of a distant dog's bark sent shivers down their spines. A flare burst unexpectedly, momentarily turning night into a harsh, blinding day. In those frantic seconds, every sound, a gunshot in the distance, the echo of heavy boots, became a countdown to either freedom or doom. Yet, driven by an unyielding determination, they pressed on, leaving the nightmare of the Gulag behind them. Beyond the oppressive walls of the camp lay a new, equally merciless enemy: the Siberian wilderness. With frost-bitten feet and bodies weakened by starvation, the escapees scavenged for any sign of sustenance: a meager fish caught from an icy river, a rare edible plant half buried in the snow. The cold was unrelenting, and hallucinations began to plague their exhausted minds. With every shivering breath, every staggered step across a fragile frozen lake, they fought not only the elements, but the dark memories of their past. Soviet forces, relentless and determined, launched a final desperate pursuit. In these tense moments, every heartbeat counted. The prisoners scattered under the relentless gaze of the enemy. One by one, they encountered moments of terror: a stumble in the deep snow, a close encounter with a Soviet patrol, the piercing sound of a flare in the distance. In a desperate bid to outrun the retribution of a tyrannical regime, they fought for every precious second. The pursuit was brutal, the wilderness unforgiving. Yet the unbreakable will to survive drove them onward, even as some fell victim to the harsh winter or were recaptured. At long last, As the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, hope began to shimmer on the edge of despair. The battered group neared a border, a symbolic line between a past of terror and an uncertain yet free future. With their hearts pounding and bodies trembling from exhaustion, they took their final steps toward freedom. As one by one they crossed the threshold into neutral territory, the ghosts of the Gulag and the relentless pursuit of their captors slowly faded into the background. The promise of a new beginning, however fragile, outweighed the harrowing memories of their past. Their faces, etched with scars and sorrow, now carried a quiet, resolute hope. In that moment, the endless Siberian winter gave way to the soft glow of a new sunset, a testament to the enduring human spirit and its capacity to rise above even the darkest oppression. Stalin's regime sought to crush dissent and extinguish hope, yet in the frozen wastes of Siberia, a few brave souls dared to defy tyranny. Their journey, marked by hardship, loss, and unyielding courage, reminds us that even in the depths of despair, hope can spark a rebellion, and the yearning for freedom will always prevail.